Hi everyone, I am Gift and you're welcome to Gift and Couture. So in today's tutorial, I'll be sharing with you how to draft and cut a princess dart. So if this is your first time of coming across my channel, please do well to like, share, comment, subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe, and to my old subscribers, thank you so much. Without wasting much of our time, let's go into the main details. So the first thing you're going to do is to get a pattern paper, your ruler. You're going to get ruler, your tape roll, your paper tape, eraser, pencil, marker. All right, all those things are needed. Then your French cuff. So let's get right into it. So on your pattern paper, let's just say I'll be using pencil for this tutorial. Later on I will use marker. All right, just stay with me. You're going to mark 1 inch, and that 1 inch is called the top line. All right, go ahead and connect the line. So when you are done, you're going to place your tape roll and divide the paper into two. Depending on the size of the paper you're going to be using, you can decide to use brown paper, whatever it is, just divide it into two. All right, so for this white paper is 24.5 inches, and you're going to divide it into two, which is going to give you 12.2. all right, so when you are done, you're going to mark it. Now, for example, if you're on a bigger size, you're just going to add to this pattern paper, because with this pattern paper you can measure to hip 48, but if you're making for someone that is hip 50 something, you're going to add to it. So I'll just go ahead and divide the paper into two. Like I said, you are going to cut another paper and attach to it if your measurement is on a bigger size. All right, so from there you're going to place your tape roll on that top line just like this. You're going to extend your tape roll downward, and then you're going to go ahead and mark your bust point, mark your under bust, your half length. So for me, my half length is 17.5. that's for the front half length. Remember, we have the back half length and the front half length. So for the front half length is 17.5, and for the back half length is 15.5. You'll still get there. So when you're done, go ahead and connect the lines just like this. So on that half length, to get your hip length, you're going to place your tape roll downward and mark 8 inches, and then when you're done, you go ahead and connect the lines just like this. So let's go ahead and label it for us to know. Now the first line is the top line, the next line is the bust point, the under bust, the half length, and the hip length. And please note, this paper is divided into two, that's for the front and the back. So the what we just finished is the front, and this side is the back. So for the back, you are going to place your tape roll, measure your bust point, and then your half length, your back half length. For me, my back half length is 15.5. remember I said difference between the front half length and the back half length. So for me, the back half length is 15.5, which is also called the napped waist in pattern drafting. All right, let's just use the back half length. So now the 2 inches that we have, the difference between the front half length and the back half length, which is 2 inches, is what we are going to be using for. But what you're going to do, you're still going to mark it and maintain the same half length for the front. So you're just going to go ahead and connect the line. So from there you're going to extend the tape roll downward and measure 8 inches, which is going to be your hip length. And when you are done, go ahead and label it as well. You can see I've gone ahead to label it, both the front and the back. All right, so for the back, you have the bust point, the nap to waist, the half length, just like what you're seeing on the screen. So, and then you're going to go ahead and label the hip length as well. So on the front line, you're going to go ahead and divide your front shoulder into two. Remember, we have the front shoulder and the back shoulder. So for the front shoulder is always smaller than the back shoulder. So for me, my front shoulder is 14 inches, and there you are going to come down by 1.5 to get the shoulder slope. And to get the neck width, you are going to use 3 inches to 3.5, and for me, let me use 3 inches. And for the neck width, the neck depth rather, you're going to use 3 inches as well. So you can go ahead to use your hand or your French cuff to connect the neck like this, and then connect the shoulder slope as well. All right, so to get your armhole measurement, you're going to go ahead and divide your bust. That's your bust divided by 6. Whatever you have, you add 1.5 to it. So for me, my bust is 36. 36 divided by 6, and whatever I have one, add 1.5 to it rather, and then mark it. So the measurement you have there, you're going to extend it to the other side. Just measure it like this, and then take it to the other side and connect the lines. Okay, so when you are done, you are going to go ahead and label it AC, which is across chest. The same measurement you have on the front, you are going to take it to the back and still maintain the same thing, because that's how to take the back measurement as well. So you are going to label it AB, which is across back. So on the top line, you're going to go ahead and divide your back shoulder into 2, and then you're going to come down by 1.5, just like the way we did to get the shoulder slope. To get the neck width 3 inches, you come down by 1.2 or 1 inch. So I'll just use 1 inch and then connect it as well. Connect the shoulder slope just like this, and that's it. Okay, so on the shoulder slope, you are going to go up by half an inch and mark it. That's for your shoulder joining, and then you're just going to go ahead and connect it just like this. On the across back, you're going to divide your across back measurement into 2, and then divide your bust measurement into 4, and then mark it. So that measurement, you're going to go ahead and connect it from your shoulder to your across chest like this. And then the distance between, now from the across back measurement, the distance between the across back measurement to the bust measurement, whatever you have, you're going to divide it into 2 by placing your tape on that ankle and connect it just like what you're seeing on the screen. Just follow this method. All right, for a beginner in pattern drafting, I will advise you use pencil just like this, and when you're done, you're going to go ahead and add half an inch. That half an inch is for your sleeve, in case you want to add sleeves to it. And then when you're done, you're going to go ahead and connect it just like this. All right, so now that we are done, let's just go to the bust point and divide the bust into 4. On the nape to waist, on the nape, which is also called the half length, the back half length, you're going to minus 0.7. This is to help avoid zip bulging. And then remember, the 2 inches from nape to the half length is what you're going to use for the side bust. So you're going to connect the dart just like this, and you're going to connect the lower part as well. Go ahead and do the same thing on your pattern drafting. All right, so when you are done, you're going to place your tape roll on that line and divide your bust span into 2. For me, my bust span is 8. I'm going to divide it into 2 and then mark 4 inches there. All right, so you're going to go ahead and mark it there. Do the same thing on the bust point and on the hip length as well. Let's say you are using this pattern for your dress, you are going to go ahead and do the same thing all the way down. So on the waistline, you are going to mark 0.5 on both sides. The same thing, you can go ahead and mark it. I would have loved to close that 2 inches, but I want you to understand what I'm doing clearly. Maybe next time I'll close it. All right, so just like this, you can see the way I mark the dart. So to get your waistline, you are going to minus that 0.7 that you mark. All right, that you already marked, just like the way I put the tape roll. You're going to go ahead and divide your bust, your waist rather, into 4, and then the same thing on that line, you are going to go ahead and divide it into 4. Okay, on your hip length, you're going to go ahead and divide your hip measurement into 4. So because we want to make use of the dart, we are going to add the 1 inch dart to the measurement. All right, but I've taught you here how to get rid of the dart. If you've been following me, you know how to remove the dart. So you're going to go ahead and do the same thing and then connect the sides together. All right, you're just going to connect it like this and then extend the same line down to your waistline. All right, to your hip rather. So So when you are done, you can go ahead and add your seam allowance. You can either add 1 to 1.5 inches. So for this tutorial, I'll be adding 1 inch. All right, so add 1 inch all the way. You can see the way I'm placing the tape roll. You're going to go ahead and do it, and then when you're done, you're going to go ahead and connect the lines together. All right, so now that we are done with the bag, remember we are going to fold the 2 inches, and the 2 inches is what we are going to use for the side bust, but let's leave it for now. But this is how you're going to fold it. So let's go to the front. Okay, you can see the way I'm folding it. All right, so for the front, on the across chest measurement, you're going to divide your across chest measurement into 2 and then connect it to the shoulder. So where you mark your measurement on the across chest measurement, you're going to go ahead and divide your bust into 4 and then go ahead and mark it just like this. Now the distance from the bust, your bust measurement to your across chest measurement, you are going to divide it into 4. Remember, for the back you divided it into 2, for the front you are going to divide it into 4 rather. Now the distance from your shoulder slope down to your across chest measurement, whatever you have, you're going to divide it into 2, and on the midpoint you are going to go in by 0.5, and then you're going to go ahead and use your French curve to connect your armhole like this. If you don't have French curve, you can use your free hand to do it. Next, divide your bust span into 2 and mark it on your bust point, your half length and your waist length, then connect it together just like the way we did on the front. Then go ahead and divide your bust into 4. On your waistline, divide it into 4. Your hip line, divide it into 4 and then mark it. All right, so when you're done, you're just going to go ahead and connect the line straight. You can see that I connected it from the bust to the hip without including the side, the waistline. Now the distance between the straight line to the waistline, to the waist measurement rather, you are going to go ahead and divide it by 3. All right, let's say it's 2 inches, so you're going to divide it 2 inches divided by 3. So whatever you have, either 0.7 or 0.6, already you're going to share it on the side, 0.6 here, 0.6 on the bust span, you put 0.6 on the other side as well. So that means we've shared the 2 inches. So you're going to go ahead and connect the dart like this. So when you are done, you're just going to connect the side as well. All right, so from here you can go ahead and cross check your measurement. You stop where the dart is. Whatever you have, you're going to pick your tape roll from there and then continue to where you mark the side dart. So if you follow this method and you get your waist measurement complete, that means you are good to go. All right, on the bust point, you are going to come down and measure your side bust measurement, which is 2 inches, and then connect it. You can see the way I connected it. So to the shoulder, the distance from the shoulder to where you mark the neckline, you're going to go ahead and divide it into 2. This is what we do, what we call shoulder tightening. So you're going to go ahead and divide it into 2. Please pay attention to this. Now whatever you have, after dividing it into 2, you are going to go ahead and extend the same measurements rather outside and then mark it as well. So from the shoulder, you are going to connect it to your bust point like this, and then next thing is to go ahead and the new lines to your armhole. All right, just watch and see. All right, so you're going to go ahead and connect it just like this. Please connect it like this. So next thing is to contour our under bust tightening. Now to contour your under bust tightening, you are going to subtract your bust measurement from your round under bust measurement. All right, so for me, my bust is 36 and my round under bust is 30. So I'm going to minus 36 from that 30 and I'm going to be getting 6 inches. All right, so that's 6 inches. You're going to go ahead and divide it by 6. All right, so that will give you 1. Yours might be 1.5, yours might be 0.8, 0.7, depending on whatever you have. But whatever you have, you're going to place it on the dart and then mark the 1 inch on this side and also place the tape roll on the other side and mark the 1 inch. All right, so when you are done, you're going to contour the under bust to your bust point. Just watch what I'm going to do. You can use your hand if you don't have French curve and contour it. You're going to go ahead and do the same thing on the other side. All right, okay, so now that we are here, if you are yet to subscribe to my channel, please, I'm begging you, the only way to support me is to subscribe, like, share, comment. All right, drop a lovely comment in the comment section and we are good to go. Okay, so when you are done from that underbust, you're going to extend it to your waistline like this. You can see I stop at the waistline. Okay, so now that we are done, we are going to go ahead and close the dart. So by closing the dart, you are going to go ahead and divide it into two. That's 1 inch on this side and 1 inch on the other side. When you are done, you're going to slit through it from your shoulder to your bust point and the side too. Let's go ahead and cut it out. All right, we've cut out the back, and for the side bust, you are going to cut it just like this and stop at the bust point. Please do not cut it out. Because I need a side paper, like a small paper, let's go to the back and cut it. Let's assume you want to cut a full dress. You can also extend the same measurement you have at the hip downward, add your seam allowance and then connect it. All right, I just need this small paper by the side, so I'll just go ahead and close that 2 inches since we've already used it. Now I hope you get. Now you can now go ahead and close it using your masking tape and then go ahead and cut out your pattern paper. With this, all you need to do is just to cut your neck and then place it on your fabric and cut, and also removing the back dart just like this. Okay, so now that we are done with the back, let's go to the front and continue. For the front, like I said, I just needed a small paper. I'm just going to go ahead, pick this and close it on this side. You're going to place it on this side. So this is the reason we extended the shoulder measurement to this side. I hope you are getting now. All right, so now we are done. I've gone ahead to use masking tape rather, to tape it down, and I'm going to go ahead and put this paper underneath and then also use masking tape rather to close the dart. Go ahead and do the same thing as well, but watch what I'm doing so that you understand carefully. All right, so now that we are done, we are going to go ahead and restructure our shoulder. So you're going to go ahead and connect your shoulder slope like this. All right, and then you're going to go ahead and erase the first shoulder line. So when you are done on the across chest, since we've done the shoulder tightening, the measurement has reduced, so you're going to retake your measurement. All right, so go ahead and retake your across chest measurement and then your bust measurement. All right, just divide your bust measurement and then mark it as well. So I'll just go ahead and use my marker to make it a little bit bold. So but when you are doing, make sure you clean off the first lines. Okay, so I'll just go ahead and use my marker to make it a little bit bold for you to see. All right, take your measurement on the shoulder as well. You're going to go ahead and retake your measurement. Please do this, don't just cut. All right, retake your measurement and then connect it just like what you're seeing on the screen. That's from your shoulder to your across chest measurement. So just like the way we did, the distance from the across chest to your shoulder measurement, you're going to go ahead and divide it by 2, and where you mark it on the midpoint, you're going to go in by 0.5. Now the distance from your bust point to your cross chest, whatever you have, remember you're going to go ahead and divide it by 4 and then mark it. And then when you're done, you're going to use your French curve to connect the armhole just like what you're seeing on the screen. So go ahead and connect it like this. And now that we are done, we are going to connect to get the princess dart. All right, we are going, please use your French curve for this. I don't even know why I use ruler. Use your French curve for this, and then because you're going to get a smoother ankle, and you're still going to see what I'm going to do at the back. All right, so please use your French curve. So when you are done, you are just going to go ahead and cut it out like this. Remember, you can use this pattern if you are sewing a dress, and if you are going to stop at the half length, I'm still going to show you. So when you get to this point, you are going to cross check your measurement, cross check your waist measurement, your bust measurement, and every other measurement. All right, so when you are done, you're going to cut through it like this. Okay, you can see the way I'm cutting through it. So when you are done, you're just going to go ahead and add your seam allowance, let's say ½ inch for the armhole, and then go ahead and cut it out. All right, if you've watched this video to this point, please don't forget to subscribe. And on the shoulder, you're going to go up by ½ inch for the shoulder joining. That is, on the shoulder slope, you're going to mark ½ inch and then connect it just like that, and go ahead and cut out the neckline. This is just the basic neckline. You can go ahead and cut the neckline that you want. So next thing is to go ahead and close the side bust. Now to close the side bust like this, you're going to close that dart and join it to this side. You're closing the 2 inches. You can see it's properly closed. Follow this method. Use your paper tape to hold it down, and then when you are done, you are just going to shape it so that it won't be pointy. You can use ½ inch to connect to shape it, and then when you are done, you're going to go ahead and cut it out. Please don't forget to like this video. Support me by liking it. All right, now to get your, since you've already taken the waist measurement, now to add your seam allowance, you're just going to add 1 inch or 1.5. Place your tape roll on that dart line like this, and then go ahead and add your seam allowance. Do the same thing all the way down, take it up as well, and then go ahead and connect it. All right, so just like this, we are good to go. Please make sure you cross check your measurement. So when you are done, you're just going to add ½ inch on the side and on the center front, and then you're good to go. So for the back, if you want it to have a princess dart at the back, you're just going to divide the distance from the across back to the shoulder, divide it into 2, just like what we did, and then you're just going to use your French curve to connect it just like this. So this is the reason I said you should use your French curve for the front. All right, just connect it. You can see how smooth it looks compared to the front. And if you want it to have that under bust, bustier shoulder, you can, from the neckline to the shoulder, you can divide it into 2 and then connect it. So just like this, you can decide on which one to go for, if it's bustier shoulder or the princess dart. All right, the princess shoulder. So now let's say you want to use the pattern for your full dress, okay, and you want to get rid of the dart. You can go ahead and do the same thing, the same bust span, connect it as well. All right, and we are good to go. Just go ahead and connect it to your hip length, and if we want to sew a longer dress, you can extend the paper as well. If you know how to go about it, you can just know how to manage it without adding paper to it. Just place it on your fabric and then add to the measurement. Now if you want to use this same pattern paper, okay, for just you want it to be half length, this is how you're going to fold it. All right, you're going to fold, this is the side front, you can see the way I'm folding it. You're going to fold it like this, and then when you are done, you're just going to add your seam allowance, the joining allowance, the sewing allowance, and that's basically what we have to do. So if you've watched this video to this point, thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to like, share, subscribe, share this video with your friends, drop a lovely comment in the comment section. Thank you so much. So this is how you're going to add the seam allowance, the joining allowance, and this is how to fold the front if you want to use the half length. Remember, you can always reuse this pattern. All right, so just watch and don't forget to share. Okay, so for the back, you're going to go ahead and do the same thing as well. And please note, you can always stop at the half length if you want, instead of going through all this. But this paper helps if you want to reuse it to cut a longer dress. All right, so that's the purpose of this, for this. Okay, So now that we've come to the end of this tutorial, are you just going to go without subscribing after everything? So now you can go ahead and align this together. You can see how the armhole is, and then you're going to add your zipper allowance, which is 1 inch, add your joining allowance, change the neck if you want to, and then you're good to go. So thank you so much for watching. Bye.